We live, baby. Wait for some people to come on here. I still got my damn work clothes on. I got to shower after this shit. Huh? What'd you say?
I said, go shower.
Yeah, I'm gonna shower on the live. What's going on, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? Got two people on here. Hit the like button as soon as you come in, please. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Stop laughing. I'm live.
Oh, my bad. I'm gonna hit the dislike button. What about that?
Yeah, I need everybody to hit the like button because we got somebody threatening to hit the dislike button on here, and I ain't having none of that. Please, please do that. Hit the like button as soon as you come in. It is very much appreciated. We a minute in. You know what I'm saying? We already getting threatened with the dislikes. You know what I mean? So we ain't about to have none of that. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, man? I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody had a positive, productive day as always, man. We got some things that we gonna talk about for sure. For sure, for sure. They must have not sent my notifications out, man. Damn. Ryan Hong, yo, what's going on, Ryan? How you doing? What's up? What's up? Let me see something real quick. Wait, what? You can do all this? That's some things I gotta really figure out on here. For sure. Hold on, let me cancel that. What's going on, y'all? I hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, man, as soon as you come in, hit the like button, of course. Of course, you know what I mean? Chris, what's going on, man? How you doing? I don't think I've seen you the last couple days, man. How are you? We got some things we need to discuss for sure. I'm gonna let a few more people come in before we get to talking. You know what I mean? Because most likely, what's going on now is people just starting to get my notifications because now my viewership is starting to like shoot up. Sometimes they send the notifications on time, sometimes they don't. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. We just gotta adjust accordingly. You say you just been working. That's what's up, bro. I'm on the same type time. You see how low my eyes is, bro? Tired, but you know what I mean? We just gotta keep grinding. You know what I mean? 9 people in the building. Hit the like button as soon as you come in. Thank you very much. You know what I mean? We definitely gonna talk some boxing because there was some pretty good things that went on today. I didn't drop a video earlier, and I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. The reason why I didn't is because I feel like I really spoke on everything that's been relevant lately. You know what I mean? He said, "Man, I thought you was sick." Nah, no, not at all. You know what I mean? Just tired. You know, I mean, had like little like allergies and stuff like that, but no, bro, just tired for sure. But the reason why I ain't dropped a video earlier was because I really pretty much spoke about everything that's going on in boxing right now. So we pretty much gotta wait for like new headlines to drop for me to even have an opinion on something. Because everything that's going on, I dropped the video for. Wilder Joshua dropped the video for it. Javante Davis Devin Haney dropped the video for it. Talking about yo, go to bed. No, I ain't going to bed yet. Nah, for what? We got some boxing to talk before I can even think about that. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to it. We're gonna be on here for an hour and then we're gonna dip. You know what I mean? Yeah, you took a long nap. Shit, I wish I could do that. Sometimes I be taking naps during my lunch break, bro. Like this, like the grind really be non-stop. You know what I mean? Stop motion MMA. What up? What up? What up? Uh Tank purchased a city block though. Yeah, apparently that was like the city that he come from. I mean, that's the street that he come from. The block he bought was the block he grew up on, man. So that's extremely dope. Apparently, according to Premier Boxing Champions, he bought 9 cribs. You know what I mean? He bought 9 cribs, and He's gonna renovate them and make them and put them for affordable housing, which is that's dope, man. That's dope. And whenever you see a boxer invest in real estate and things of that nature, that's how you know they got some real business savvy people around them, and people that really um care about them fighters after, you know what I mean, after they hang up their gloves. You know what I mean? Because the mistake a lot of people do, especially boxers, is that they make millions of dollars, right? They make millions of dollars, $1 million paydays, $10 million paydays. They accumulate all this revenue and then they don't do anything with it. You know what I mean? Actually, they do something with it. They spend it. You know what I mean? And what ends up happening is they get accustomed to that lifestyle and getting them type of big checks and stuff like that. And then when they retire, them checks don't look like that no more. You know what I mean? They may receive a little pension or something of that nature, but for the most part, they they uh they don't know how to adjust. You know what I mean? They don't know how to adjust to not getting as much money as they used to. So, they gotta really start budgeting properly and things like that. And some people don't know how to save money. Some people don't know how to uh live below their means. You know what I mean? So that's how a lot of these boxers end up broke. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When I went to the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame, there was a lot of legends that we know of that was there. I'm not gonna speak on their name, obviously, because we already got people from yesterday threatening to report my channel and things of that nature because how the way I was talking or whatever. I mean, we got people threatening to contact YouTube to ban my channel for some reason because they offended by something I said about a fighter. You know what I mean? Things of that nature, you know what I mean? But so I'm not gonna say no names, but when I was at the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame, there was boxers there that was charging for autographs. You know what I mean? Like $20 for an autograph, bro. There was a boxer, and I'm not gonna say his name, but he was a boxer that had fought Floyd in the past. Was at the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame, former champion and things of that nature. You know what I mean? And I went up to him. I was like, "Yo, bro, I'm a big fan," and I honestly was, and I still am. You know what I mean? So I went up. He already had like pictures of himself there, so we had to pay for the picture. So I'm like, "All right, cool. I mean, it's a printout that he's given to us. You know what I mean? So why not pay for it? I don't see a problem with that." But then he was also charging for the actual signature. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Zab. No, it wasn't Zab at all. I never met Zab Judah. Him and my dad grew up in the same neighborhood though, in Brooklyn. At one point in time, they actually know each other. But no, it wasn't Zab. It was somebody that had fought Floyd though. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, I ain't gonna give any more hints besides that. He charged me $20 for his signature, bro. $20 for his signature, and I think it was like $10 for like the photo that he was providing for the signature. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So a lot of these fighters don't know how to save their money. A lot of fighters don't know how to invest their money. That's a skill, man. You know what I mean? And a lot of the reason why these fighters don't know how to save or invest their money is because they don't know money. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. Like when you look at, I think J. Cole had a line like that. He was like, blacks always broke because they don't know money. Spending for they get it and can never hold money. No wallets, nah, nigga would rather fold money. Like that's real shit. You know what I mean? No, it wasn't Chop Chop neither, man. It's somebody that y'all don't really even pay attention to anymore, all like that. But who was Matias' toughest opponent? It would have to be the dude that he lost to and then avenged the loss. You know what I mean? That's what I'm gonna say. Um Jukenbayev was a tough opponent for Matias as well. Jukenbayev, but it would have to be the dude Petros Anion, whatever the hell his name is. You know what I mean? Really, you say your uncle got KO'd by Tyson Clifford? Oh, that's dope. I mean, it ain't dope that he got knocked out, but it's dope that he fought Mike Tyson. That's actually pretty cool. But Michael Spinks was there. Ray Mercer was there at the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame. Kelly Pavlik. It was dope meeting Kelly Pavlik because he was a part of a real important stage. He was a part of a real important stage of my childhood. Yeah, it wasn't Kodo at all. No, Kodo. But Tito Trinidad was there. And he didn't he was probably the only one there that didn't charge for an autograph. And it just so happens that Tito Trinidad, I mean, he had just went through a lawsuit because like a bank like mishandled his money, but he ended up getting like a good portion of the money back. But he was good after boxing. He made over $80 million in his career. He was set for set for life. He took that trip over to Atlantic City, and he didn't charge anybody for an autograph. And he was pretty much the main attraction, bro. Like there was fighters that was getting inducted to the Hall of Fame that was waiting in line to get an autograph from Tito Trinidad. You know what I mean? So I said all of that to say Gervonta made a great move, man. It was a great move for him to invest back in his community and make affordable housing. I mean, that's really dope to see, man. That was something that caught me off guard. I didn't even know anything about Gervonta doing that or making that move, but maybe that's a move he's making to show them judges out there in Baltimore that he actually has turned over a new leaf and that he's looking to be a changed man and he's learning from his mistakes. That might have been that kind of move, honestly, but regardless, it's a good deed. Regardless of what his intentions are behind it, it's still a great deed, and I hope he continues to do it, man. You know what I mean? I hope he continues to do that for his city, and I hope that fighters from this area are able to do the same thing in Philadelphia because we definitely need it. There's a lot of abandoned houses in Philadelphia, especially in the section that I'm from. A bunch of abandoned houses that could definitely use some fixing up, and you know what I mean. And we got a crazy homeless population in Philadelphia as well. So if any fighters are able to, you know what I mean, make a difference in our city too, that'd be extremely dope to see. But you could tell Gervonta got some real. Then if you look at the podium that Gervonta was speaking from, it said GTD Development. You know what I mean? So I guess that's a company that he has. He also has I think he has like a trucking business as well. You know what I'm saying? Like GTD trucking and things of that nature. So Gervonta has several businesses, man, and you got to think you gotta look to Al Heyman for that. You know what I mean? Al Heyman makes sure that a lot of his fighters are set up for life after boxing. And that was a bit when Earl Spence talked about it. Earl Spence said in an interview that he wasn't trying to sign with Al Heyman because Al Heyman wasn't offering no type of sign-on bonus or anything like that. He kept talking about life after boxing and things like that. That was something that he was really looking forward to talking about. He wasn't even leaning in Al Heyman direction, but his dad convinced him to. And that was a great move, man. That was a great move. Sharon asks a great question. He says Wilder and Joshua is too late. What you think? I mean, I'm not gonna say it's too late, but it's definitely like overdue. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not necessarily late, but it's overdue. And this is what I mean. Because when they should have fought each other when they were both at the peak of their career. There was a point in time where they were both undefeated world champions in the heavyweight division. You know what I mean? Joshua was unified. He had 3 of the major titles. Wilder had the WBC title and was had over 10 title defenses. When they were both, that's when they should have actually came together and made a fight happen. However, both of these guys, you know what I mean? They've lost. They're pretty much on the same level as of right now. Like Wilder got 2 losses. I think Joshua got 3. But they're not. You can't necessarily say that either one of them is like on the decline or anything like that. They still in pretty good shape. Wilder, we don't necessarily know how much he has left because in his last fight, his fight didn't even last a round. So we don't know if he's on a decline or if his timing is off or anything like that. Or if his legs are gone, we won't really know. So I guess we'll figure it out against Joseph Parker. If he lasts a couple rounds, we might be able to see if Wilder still has something left. You know what I mean? If he has like a good portion left of his career. You know what I'm saying? I understand Edward Morris. He said Wilder's 38 years old. But this is the thing about heavyweights, though. Heavyweights last longer than the average fighter. You know what I mean? They're bigger punchers, but they don't take as much punishment as like a guy who fights at 130 pounds. You know what I mean? Don't get it. Like if you look at some of the heavyweights that are in boxing right now, a lot of them are older. Joseph Zhang, Big Bang Zhang, he's 40 years old. Luis Ortiz is in his 40s. Wilder's 38. Joe Joyce is older as well. I believe he's 36. they don't really take much punishment, man. Because for the most part, heavyweights don't throw that many punches for the most part. So they don't really accumulate damage. And believe it or not, getting knocked out with one shot saves a lot more on your career, usually, typically, than accumulating damage throughout the course of 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? So they could last longer. Pause. They could last longer than the average fighter that's in a smaller weight division. Because when you fight at 130, them dudes letting their hands go, you taking all types of punishment and things of that nature. Heavyweights typically last longer. They had Shannon Briggs fighting until he was like 40 something years old. George Foreman was boxing until he was in his I think he's the oldest heavyweight champion ever, from what I've heard. You know what I'm saying? I said pause. I don't get why y'all be saying pause after I say pause. I don't get it. I don't understand if I said something and then y'all and I don't correct myself. I'm correcting myself, dog. Chill out. I mean, y'all, yo, goat, chill out. Sharon, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, what up, J Cash? What's going on? What's going on? Chris with the $2 super chat, man. I appreciate you donating to the channel, of course, as always. He said thoughts on Lopez versus Ortiz. I'm assuming you're talking about Teofimo Lopez versus Jermaine Ortiz. Most likely that's what you're talking about. And if that is what you're talking about, it's a solid fight. You know what I mean? Jermaine Ortiz, somebody who's been a tough, competitive guy in the lightweight division, man, had a real good fight against Joseph Adorno where he was able to face some adversity and he was able to squeak despite getting dropped a couple times. He was able to come back and get a draw. You know what I mean? That he could have very possibly lost if he didn't make the adjustments necessary. He beat Jamel Herring, a former world champion. Also had a real tough fight with Vasil Lomachenko, which some people have said that they believe Jermaine won that fight or edged that fight or possibly got a draw out of that fight. You know what I mean? So Jermaine Ortiz, he's game. He's game. You know what I mean? And if Teofimo Lopez overlooks him or if he's not focused, and has any type of mental lapse like he has in the past, Jermaine Ortiz could give him a hell of a fight, bro. But Teofimo's coming off of one of the best performances of his career against Josh Taylor. Teofimo, he has he's extremely athletic, explosive, crazy hand speed, intelligent as well, man. Intelligent as well. And he comes in top shape. He's well prepared. Jermaine Ortiz, he's a young, hungry lion on the come up right now with some solid boxing ability. And he's defeated some decent guys and gave some top guys some difficult fights. So this is a good fight for both of them. You know what I mean? Like Teofimo's a problem. Jermaine is a problem. You know what I mean? I'm favoring Teofimo going into this fight, but it could very possibly be a very difficult fight. You know what I mean? Um depending on who has the better game plan or who actually takes initiative in this fight, it could be a very difficult fight. You know what I mean? So I like it though. I like it. Is it the fight that is it like my go-to fight that I want to see Teofimo get into? No, not necessarily, but it's something that I'll definitely watch. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to having them finalizing it. And yo, Jermaine Ortiz like to talk his talk, so maybe they'll have a pretty decent build up, and we'll go from there. You know what I mean? The GOAT asks, does Matias beat Lopez? I mean, it's possible. It's definitely possible. You know what I mean? Matias' pressure is insane. His volume is insane. Um, and along with the volume, he has very good power. You know what I mean? And that could definitely break Teofimo down. Teofimo's face does break up pretty good. You know what I mean? His face is real sensitive to punishment. You know what I'm saying? Like his face was all nice. His face is all bruised against like Josh Taylor. And Josh Taylor didn't even have that many moments. You know what I mean? Yo, somebody smack this dude with the wrench, please. Is there anybody with a wrench in here that can get him up out of here, please? Yeah, he talking crazy. I don't know what type of time he on. Somebody get him up out of here, please. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I've been getting some crazy messages and stuff like that. But I mean, we gonna handle them accordingly. The Tio Ortiz could easily go the Sandor route and give a privy to what his weaknesses are. with Haney. Maybe. We just gonna have to wait to see. Matias reminds me of Provodnikov, Everlast bag with legs. Uh, I think that you guys underestimate Matias' defensive abilities. Like he does get hit, you know what I mean. But when you have that type of style where you're aggressively coming forward and you letting your hands go, the more chances you take, the more vulnerable you are to get hit. That's when you're the most vulnerable when you letting your hands go. But um, I wouldn't necessarily call him a Everlast bag. I think that's completely underestimating him. And I would suggest that you really watch this man. You know what I mean? He has a pretty decent high guard, catches a lot of shots. I've seen him showcase head movement in fights against like Malik Hawkins and stuff like that. I've seen him roll underneath shots. So he has some sort of defense. You know what I mean? I'm not just going straight up call him a heavy bag like Ruslan, because Ruslan, you can hit him with everything. Um, and then when you see Matias at the fights, you don't necessarily ever see his face broken up or anything like that. I don't even believe I've ever seen Matias cut. So yeah, a lot of people seem to say that about him, but I don't think that's true at all. Who's the best 140 in the world? I mean, there's debate. We won't know until they all face each other. You know what I mean? I could have my ideas. I could probably say a Devin Haney. I could probably say a Tiafimo. I could probably say a Matias. Definitely ain't Rolly. So they gonna have to mix it up with each other for us to really know. I can't really call it. You know what I mean? Matias reminds me of a stronger Tito Trinidad. Ray, are you serious? A stronger? He's stronger than Tito Trinidad? I don't know about that. I don't know if he's stronger. I think he throws more punches than Tito Trinidad. I don't know if he's stronger. Tito Trinidad is one of the hardest punching welterweights of all time. Facts. I don't know, man. I don't know about strong. I think you need to really think about that. Um, I like how Matias lets the soft shots go first and open up the guard and go with big bombs. Yeah, he variates his shots. He don't throw everything big. Like he sets his shots up. Like he'll pepper you with some and then sit down on three. You know what I mean? He'll sit down on three in a combination with he variates it. He puts speed and power and he'll mix it up so you won't necessarily know what's gonna be coming. You know what I mean? Very unpredictable, crafty type offense. You know what I mean? Not being predictable. And an unpredictable man is a dangerous man in the boxing ring. One thing I don't like about Matias is he keeps his hands way too low and he only throws arm punches. But hey, it works for him. Yeah, I mean, you got Deontay Wilder as your profile picture, and you know that Deontay Wilder doesn't do everything by the book, but it works for him, right? You know what I mean? That's what be making these fighters special. Like Roy Jones, I spoke about him yesterday. Makes a lot of mistakes, but what he did at his prime worked for him. Some people just go about things differently, man. But as long as they winning, you know what I mean? It's a good recipe to have if you winning, right? How do you feel about Catterall? I mean, besides the fight he had with Josh Taylor, I don't know too much about Catterall. I think it's about time that he fights. I think he should get another title shot. I think he should get another title shot against a valid name to see exactly where he is. You know what I mean? Let me see what's going on here. He says Ryan Hung says Ryan Parker going to beat Wilder. I disagree with that. I disagree with that. I don't know if that's true at all. I think Joseph Parker going to start off well, but then he's going to get caught with a right hand. And it's going to be night night. That's what I think. And let's talk about this. Let's talk about this since we're here. But before I get to that, shout out to Chris with another $2 super chat. He said thoughts on Devin and Ryan in the talks. I think it's a phenomenal fight. You know what I mean? I think it's a phenomenal fight. Um, Shout out to Ryan Garcia for actually taking his chance and putting his money where his mouth is. You know what I mean? Um, because in all honesty, Ryan Garcia could have just went down a route where he could have pursued Rolly Romero and possibly fought for that title, but he's going straight into the Devin Haney smoke after he asked the people, which fight do y'all want to see first? Y'all want to see me fight Haney or Rolly first? And they voted for Haney, so he advised his team to start making the deals happen with Devin Haney. And Golden Boy said that things are in motion, so it's looking like a lot of positive things are going on right now. You know what I mean? So Devin and Ryan is a great fight. Obviously, I have Devin Haney winning that fight. I just think that he has too many tools I think he has too many tools in his toolbox for Ryan Garcia to deal with. I think that Ryan Garcia, although he's with Derrick James, I think that he has a lot of mental lapses. I think he loses focus during fights, and I think that he's very undisciplined. And with all that being taken into consideration, I think that Devin Haney outboxes Ryan. I understand they fought in the amateurs. I understand that Ryan had beat him in the amateurs and things like that, but they're totally different fighters. Devin Haney's a totally different fighter than what he was in the amateurs. He's a seasoned pro now. Ryan Garcia, I don't know if he's gotten better since the amateurs, but I can tell you that. I mean, he's probably packing a bigger punch now. He's probably a bigger puncher now. So they both threats to each other. In all honesty, either one could win. Obviously, this is boxing. You know what I mean? But I got Devin Haney beating Ryan for sure. Um, Chris says this fight could be pay per view worthy this time. Definitely, they definitely going if they build it up the right way and really get the people attention and attract the casual boxing fan, which Ryan Garcia is pretty good at doing. They could definitely sell some pay per views. Now, how many they do, I don't think it's going to do Ryan and Tank numbers, but they could do some numbers for sure. They could make a nice little check off of that. Anonymous said, I wish Wilder had a good body shot selection variation game. Well, he showed he had good body shot selection um in the third. He was going to the body good against Fury at the beginning of the third fight, I believe. But it was like he completely lost focus of it once he got hit in the eardrum. You know what I mean? From what I noticed. So he has it in mind, but you know what I mean. Things could change if you get hit with a shot or something goes left during a fight where you might have to resort to other things. But Wilder, if he was able to take that right hand, right, and not headhunt with it and place it to the body, he would get some devastating body shot knockouts. Because if he concussing people to the head with that right hand consistently throughout a 40 plus fight career, imagine if he put that right hand to the solar plex. Imagine if he put that right hand to the liver. Imagine what he'll be able to do with that. You know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of people didn't take this into consideration either, Anonymous, and I'm glad you brought it up because I was thinking about that. Joseph Parker couldn't even outbox Joyce while they're going to clip him. That's for sure. Joe Joyce steamrolled Joseph Parker, man. And Wilder's a way bigger threat than Joe Joyce, in my opinion. He's faster, he's more athletic, and he got more pop on that right hand than Joe Joyce got in either one of his hands. So it is what it is, man. I think he gonna hit Joseph Parker upside his head and knock him spark out. Yeah, Joe Joyce slow as hell. He's one of that boy like molasses, bro. Super slow. Super slow. You know what I mean? You can see his punches coming from you can see, oh, here comes the right hand. Oh, here comes the jab. And while you saying that, he just loading it up. Like you can see all of that coming from a mile away, bro. It's just bad John, super slow. One of the slowest punchers in boxing, period, that I've ever seen. Yeah. Yeah, Anonymous, that's true. But Zhang exposed him, man. What Joe Joyce was getting away with was being the naturally bigger man than a lot of the people that he fought. Bermain Stavern, um, 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 uh, Joseph Parker, and things of that nature. Man, he went up there against Zhang. And I remember people at one particular time was talking about that Joe Joyce would knock out Wilder. I'm like, bro, I'm glad that y'all seeing who he really was in that Zhang fight, man. Because what I was seeing, he proved me wrong a couple times. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought Daniel Dubois was gonna get Joe Joyce, but he broke Dubois' spirit. You know what I mean? Beat him with a jab essentially too. It was just a jab. He just beat him with a jab, broke his orbital with a jab. You know what I mean? So Joe Joyce, he knows how to win, but his style will only get so far going up against guys that that offer the same size as him and can pack a punch. Then that Chinese guy sleep him twice. The second fight, he slept Joe Joyce, but the first one they stopped it. The goat says thoughts on Carlos Takam. I don't really know too much about him, man. Like I watched the fight, obviously, with him and Anthony Joshua, and I thought that stoppage was a little funny style. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you, but besides that, I never really watched Carlos Takam fight all like that, man. You know what I mean? So I really don't got no answers for you when it comes to that. You know, deep down, Hearn, Hope, and Parker beats Wilder, so talking Wilder fight would die down. Of course, they don't want no smoke with Deontay Wilder at all. That's why they doing this one extra fight. You know what I mean? They trying to take every step necessary so they could either have Wilder get out of the picture or catch Wilder lacking at some of his most vulnerable times. You know what I mean? Chris with the $2 super chat again. Shout out to my boy Chris dominating the super chat game today. He says, "Who's the best boxer slash rapper?" Definitely not Danny. Well, thank you for making that clear because that is totally facts, man. Danny can't rap to save his life. You know what I'm saying? He terrible, man. I know he's from Philly, but he terrible. Best rapper slash boxer. I'm gonna have to go with Adrian Broner. That's probably the only one I know. I don't know who else rapping box. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm gonna say Broner. But yo, J.A. said Roy Jones can't be moved, can't be stopped, can't be no, 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 can't be. Yeah, Roy Jones, Roy Jones, yeah. Yeah, completely forgot about Roy. How I forget about that? Y'all must have forgot. Oh yeah. That's a fact. Yeah, Roy got that. Roy got it, hands down. Roy got it. I don't think anybody beating him. Vidal Riley, nah, I ain't going with that. Roy Jones got bangers, bro. Nah, I'm going. I'm back. I'm back in. I'm back in JA on that one. I heard Vidal Riley could rumble though. So I mean, but besides that, Roy Jones got that crown for sure. I'm gonna give him that. He performed it. Y'all must have forgot John at the Boxing Hall of Fame too. So I'm gonna give him that. Damn, Ralph Cole. He said, he said, I hope Danny loses next fight for putting out that trash freestyle. Damn. Just because you ain't like his music, you want him to get clipped. That's some cold. That's some cold stuff right there, man. Dubois soft getting stopped by jabs, even from soft punchers. I think you're referring to Usyk because Usyk definitely hit him with a jab and he fell to his knees for sure. Pause. He said, I think Big Baby stops him. Well, this is the thing, man. Big Baby, we gotta see how because he talking about he weighed 325 right now. So pay attention to this interview. He said that he weighed 325 pounds and he might come in at 320 or whatever. And he said that he's really that heavy because it's so dry in Saudi Arabia. So he's constantly drinking water and things of that nature. We got to see exactly how he boxes with that much weight on because I don't ever recall him being that heavy for a fight. I mean, y'all could correct me. Y'all could check BoxRec or whatever. As a matter of fact, let me check BoxRec right now. Let me check that right now. Gerald Miller BoxRec. Let's see where his last couple because he fought not too long ago, from what I understand. So how much did this kid weigh his last fight? He weighed. It don't say. It's not showing me. But he stopped Lucas Brown in the 6th round of his last fight. Trying to figure out what's going on. Jared Miller is 34 years old, by the way. I did not know he was that tall. 6'4". Okay. Well, regardless, Gerald Miller Jared Miller is a big dude. You know what I mean? He's a big dude. He was like 315. Okay. Okay. So he puts a lot of pressure come forward and a lot of volume. You know what I mean? And something that Eddie Hearn said during that press conference today, he said, "Let's see how your engine holds up." And that was a little slick comment from Eddie Hearn because he believes that Jared Miller had that big of a gas tank due to his past failed tests with performance enhancement drugs. So he's saying now that you're not on performance enhancement drugs, let's see how your engine holds up, which is a great point. We got to see how Jared Miller gas tank is, and he's definitely going to need it against somebody like Daniel Dubois, who, although he has quit in him and he's not the most courageous boxer around, he punches it very hard. He's a very big puncher. You know what I mean? Yeah, Jordan. That's what I'm saying. When he was juicing, his punch output was man high. That's a fact. So we gotta see if his punch output is still on that level. Because if it is, Gerald Miller may get a stoppage against Daniel Dubois. I don't know if Daniel Dubois is gonna be able to deal with that type of volume. You know what I mean? Then on top of that, Gerald Miller could take a punch as well. He got a pretty good chin. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a kickboxer. I never seen him get knocked out in kickboxing. I never seen him get dropped or stopped in boxing or anything of that nature. So we'll see. We'll see, man. He seems very confident in defeating Daniel Dubois, though. So we'll see what's up. We'll see what's up for sure. Yeah, Miller got popped for EPO. That gives you unlimited stamina. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. And it makes sense because Gerald Miller would throw bombs for 10 rounds straight and wouldn't even look like he was winded or anything like that. You know what I mean? So let's see if his gas tank changes at all. Let's see if he's more economical this fight. The GOAT says when he wake up, he gonna be like, damn, they lied to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see Wilder say that. That was actually pretty funny. That was pretty uh it was pretty funny. Muzuma, did you see AJ use Wilder phrase a window shop and he wants to be Wilder so bad? Uh yeah, I actually did see that. And when I first heard it, I was like, yo, he definitely listens to Wilder. He definitely pays attention to Wilder because that's something that Wilder been saying for years. That he be like, oh, I don't look past my opponents, but I see through them, which is pretty much the same shit. It's just like a little slick, just like I don't know. It's the same shit to me. If you're looking through somebody, that literally means you're looking past them. You know what I mean? They bring up the whole window shopping idea. So when I heard Anthony Joshua say that, I was like, that's something that Wilder had like that's like one of Wilder's phrases. So I'm like, yeah, he definitely watches his interviews. You know what I mean? He definitely on top. He on top of Wilder in terms of pause. God damn. He really stays on top of what's going on with Wilder for sure. He definitely keep an eye on him. Yeah, he trying to outweigh him on that Greg Hardy shit. Oh, okay. Okay. Just like Mitch Green got popped for Angel Dust back in the 80s. Yo, I've heard crazy stories about Mitch Green. Crazy stories about Mitch Green. There was a story that I believe Fat Joe had about Mitch Green where they said that he had like tied up somebody. They said he went to a gas station, tied up like the gas station clerk, and when people was paying for gas and stuff like that, he was putting the money, he was pocketing the money. And I like, bro, that sounds like some shit Mitch Green to do. Even like the story with him and Mike Tyson rumbling at Dapper Dan's and stuff like that. Mitch Green got some wild stories, bro, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I done heard about Mitch Green a few times. My dad used to tell me about him because my dad from Brooklyn, so he used to tell me them stories about Mitch Green and all that. It was hilarious. Stop motion MMA says AJ gonna have a terrible performance against Otto Wallin. Yo, let's really talk about that. Stop motion. Let's really talk about that. Otto Wallin is being extremely underestimated in this fight. You know what I mean? A lot of people are just assuming that Anthony Joshua is going to stop this dude or get a victory over him because they're already trying to lock in the whole Wilder fight. So they so sure that Otto Wallin is gonna get knocked out or defeated by Anthony Joshua, I think that we really need to think about this. You know what I mean? Now, is it possible that Anthony Joshua could knock him out? Yes. Is it possible that Anthony Joshua can beat this man? Yes, it is very possible. You know what I mean? AJ, despite what we say about him, he's one of the best heavyweights in the world. You know what I'm saying? We can't disregard that at all, regardless of how we feel his heart is built or like how weak he is mentally. We can't ignore that he's one of the best in the world, right? So he's very capable of being Otto Wallin. But we really gotta look at how the way what Wallin possesses. You know what I mean? Like I've seen this man perform in that infamous fight against Tyson Fury. That man gave Tyson Fury one of the toughest fights of his career, if not the toughest fight of his career. If Tyson Fury would have been any other man in this planet, they would have stopped the fight due to that cut that Otto Wallin gave him. Besides that, he had rocked Fury several times throughout that fight with the cut. Fury resorted to some dirty tactics against Otto Wallin, like leaning on him and putting the forearm in his face. Just little dirty tactics that bigger men typically use to have the advantage over the smaller opponent. You know what I mean? But Tyson Fury was able to edge out the win. You know what I mean? But it was a very competitive fight. I also seen Otto Wallin beat the dog shit out of Dominic Brazil. And did it with finesse too. So Otto Wallin could rumble, bro. Otto Wallin could rumble. And if AJ is this unsure, hesitant, you know what I mean? Like hesitant type fighter that he's been in these last couple fights, I don't see how he will have an easy time with Otto Wallin. Like I said, he's capable of being Otto, but is it going to be easy? I don't think so at all. I don't think so at all. Anthony Joshua is not this rough, rugged guy that he was at one point. You know, because when he was younger and on the come up, he used to punch with bad intentions. He had some sort of confidence in himself, and he would go for the knockout. Now it's like Anthony Joshua, he's so unsure of himself and his abilities, and wants to go around to prove that he's so skillful. He's so skillful. It's all about the skills, and bro, no, it's not, bro. Do you need to make you need to maximize your potential in what God gave you. You know what I mean? And He didn't give you the spectacular IQ. He didn't give you like the ability to outthink everybody you in the ring with. You know what I'm saying? He gave you physical strength, punching power. You know what I mean? And height and just overall size. You know what I mean? So you need to use what God gave you and maximize it to the best of your abilities, man. Because trying to go wit for wit with these guys is the reason why you lost to Usyk. You know what I mean? Twice. I think if he sit there and try to have a chess match with Otto Wallin, that's going to leave a lot of opportunities for Otto Wallin to bust him up. And this could be a situation where not people keep talking about the possibility of Deontay Wilder losing. I think there's a stronger possibility that Anthony Joshua could lose to Otto Wallin if he underestimates him or if he takes the wrong approach. I could see it happening. You know what I mean? Jordan Scherer says Joshua definitely has a harder fight than Wilder. Big gamble of the promotion to bank on him and Wilder both winning on Saturday to set up their super fight. I actually seen people saying that Joshua might lose on purpose so he won't have to fight Wilder. That was hilarious, bro. I was like, yo, that's pretty funny. Like, cause that's definitely not the intention. I don't think Joshua is gonna lose on purpose to anybody. He's a competitor. But it's very true that Joshua, I think he has the harder fight stylistically than Wilder. I think he does. I honestly believe he does. Now, Joseph Parker is the more decorated, more successful heavyweight. You know what I mean? He's a former world champion, blah, blah, blah. But Otto Wallin, he's tough, man. I don't know how Otto Wallin versus Joseph Parker will go. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that fight will go. But Joshua has the little tough matchup on his hands, man. If he's anything like how he was in his past fights, with him being hesitant, gun shy, discouraged, and things of that nature, he's gonna have a long night against Otto. Even if he wins, it's gonna be a tough fight. It's gonna be a long night for him. You know what I mean? J805 says, imagine if both AJ and Wilder lose. That'd be nuts. And that fight is definitely gonna fall out the window. You know what I mean? That fight definitely falling out the window. If either one of them lose, it's gonna fall out the window. I feel like if Anthony Joshua loses, I think Wilder was still fighting. But if it's vice versa, where like Anthony Joshua wins and Wilder loses, Anthony Joshua gonna be like, shit, thank God, let me get the fuck up out of here. Try to find his way up out of that fight. You know what I mean? Or the possibility of them fighting. You know what I mean? He definitely gonna look. He already looking for a way out. But if Wilder loses, that's gonna give him the ultimate, a clean exit out of that fight. J805 says, I don't know where Wilder is at, though. I don't know how those three Fury fights affected him, plus the long layoff at 38 years old. I mean, these are all facts. These are all concerns. You know what I mean? And the Robert Helenius fight didn't last long enough for us to know exactly where Wilder is at this point in his career. So, um, if Joseph Parker doesn't get sparked in one round, then we'll just have to wait and see, man. But looking at how the way he looks on the pads, he still looks explosive. His hand speed still looks like it's there. We just gotta see where the reflexes is at. We gotta see where his punch resistance is at. There's some questions that need to be answered with Wilder, bro. But I'm confident that he'll knock out Joseph Parker nonetheless. Ralph said, I just thought about it low key. Wilder hasn't fought since 2021 in that third fight with Fury. The Helenius fight was just one round, so technically he's been out 2 years. Yeah, I mean he had it. Let's not get it wrong. He had a full training camp for Robert Helenius. You know what I mean? So we gotta take that in consideration. But in terms of being in the ring, he hasn't been in that long. He hasn't been in there for a while, man. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say technically he's been out 2 years because when you in camp, bro, you doing sparring and you know what I mean, you getting your body prepared for war. So it's not like he just been sitting on the couch for 2 years. It's just that his opponent didn't last long enough. You know what I'm saying? Some says, "Wow, they're finna sleep Parker." Simple. I believe you. I agree with you. Chris Beck with a $2 super chat. He says, gotta go. You bless up, brother. I appreciate that, Chris. Thank you for all your donations today, man. It is very much appreciated for sure, man. I hope to have you back on the next one. Dabrowski says, kind of wish they would put Ruiz on that card. Well, the problem is, from what I've been hearing, Andy Ruiz has been pricing himself out viciously for fights. You know what I'm saying? To the point where it's becoming really hard to do business with him. And as a result, from what I've heard, Deontay Wilder say he gonna be sitting on the shelf. You know what I mean? So we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully, I'm wrong and Andy Ruiz gets back in the heavyweight mix. But it's been real difficult. I heard he's been real difficult to do business with. You know what I mean? Wilder relies a lot on timing to land that right hand, and the two things that affect timing is inactivity and age. That's a fact. That's a great point. That's a great point. You know what I mean? Hopefully his activity of just staying consistent in the gym will work out for him. You know what I mean? But being in the gym and being in an actual fight is two completely different settings, two completely different mind frames, two completely different situations. Yep. Let me see. Thoughts on Wilder haters saying that he doesn't have a chin when he clearly does. No, Wilder clearly has a chin. He clearly has a chin. I think anybody who says otherwise is tripping. Or let them get hit by a 6'9", 270, 280-pound man. Let them get hit on the chin and see if they have one. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if they have one. I've seen Wilder stand up to some mean shit. Like when Luis Ortiz had rocked him in that first fight, bro, and Wilder was trying to hold on for dear life and was getting hit with uppercuts and everything. I seen Wilder stand tall to all that. And Luis Ortiz is a big puncher. You know what I mean? So Wilder definitely got a beard, bro. That ain't no doubt. Now, them 3 fights with Fury might have stunned his punch resistance though. But we'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see for sure. Sauce K says, looks like Malik is giving Wilder new looks on disguising that right hand. And as a trainer, you shouldn't really be looking to change Deontay Wilder. You should definitely be giving him different ways to set up the right hand. I think that he's doing a great job at that. I've seen him doing the left hook right hand, jabbing off of the double jab right hand, jab hook right hand. He's definitely added some tools to his game. You know what I mean? Added some tools to his arsenal for sure. And let's see if he's able to use it against Joseph Parker if he lasts that long. Jordan Sheriff says, feel like Parker's going to box as defensively as he can to avoid Wilder's right hand. Can't see him taking risk or winning many rounds. Well, in the interview that I had heard him say, he said that that's his plan to avoid the right hand. Anybody that fights Wilder should be looking to avoid the right hand because it had that right hand has shown over and over again that if it catches you clean, it's gonna he is gonna I mean get you up out of there. You know what I mean? So that should be his main objective. But he also said that he believes he's gonna knock out Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? So when I think of that, it just showed it lets me know that Joseph Parker is gonna be looking to take some chances in this fight. And the more chances you take against Deontay Wilder, the more likely you will be getting hit with that right hand. We've seen elusive guys still get hit by the right hand. Tyson Fury could be an extremely elusive, outboxing, slick type fighter, and throughout the course of them 3 fights, Fury has gotten dropped like 4 times. You know what I mean? So if tall, elusive dudes can't avoid his right hand like that, is Joseph Parker going to be able to do that successfully throughout the course of 12 rounds? Is he going to be able to avoid that right hand for 36 minutes? Only way he can is if he puts on a show like a huge, masterful display of defense, or if he catches Wilder before he catches him. You know what I mean? That's the only way. It's either you're going to have to spark Wilder or you're just going to have to put on a damn near perfect performance defensively to avoid that right hand. I like that Wilder took all that added muscle off. It wasn't doing him no good. Yeah, I agree with you. You know what I mean? I felt like in that second fight, I think going into that third fight, he felt like he needed to put some muscle on because of the dirty tactics that Fury will get into, whether it was like leaning on you or pushing you down, you know what I mean, or putting his forearms all over you, just giving you a rough, tough fight. So going into that third fight, he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna need to put some muscle on so I'll be able to fight this man off of me if needed." It ended up working against him. You know what I mean? He fatigued very quick. You know what I mean? Wilder gas tank faded early in that fight, and it completely worked against him because that's not what he's accustomed to. You know what I mean? If you do 40+ fights with the same physique that you've had and come out successful, and then you try to change your physique for one training camp where you got all this muscle now you having trouble getting the oxygen through your bloodstream, it's gonna be an issue. It's gonna be an issue. Wilder does great when he's around the 210 to 215 pound weight range. When he's around that area, that's when he seems to be the most devastating. So we'll figure out what weight he is tomorrow for sure. AJ says Wilder got power in both hands. I wonder why he doesn't throw a 3 or something. He does have power in both hands. He does. But I think that he in love with that right hand though, because of what it has done to people in the past. But he definitely he can hurt you with either hand. It's a fact. People just talk about his right hands because of what that right hand done did to people. You know what I'm saying? It just stand out more. Devon Dawkins said, "You remember how he said he don't do road work?" Yeah, I heard that years ago. Like when he first got his world title, he was talking about how he don't do road work. He had like a man-made lake in the mansion that he lives in, and he'll hold on to like the back of one of his boats and then just kick out, and that'll be like his cardio and stuff like that. I heard him say that before. But there's a lot of things that Wilder said he does that goes completely against like the rules of boxing. You know what I mean? In terms of like not, you know what I mean, not engage in any type of you know what I'm saying. He said that he will be active. You know what I mean? He will be active with his woman. Throughout the entire training camp, he said that he's had times where he got some right before the fight in the locker room. I heard him say that as well. You know what I'm saying? So Wilder definitely go against the grain and stuff like that. But I mean, when you got TNT in that right hand, you know what I mean? When you got vibranium in that right hand, it's hard to tell somebody what and what not to do. You know what I mean? Wilder been successful for so long. The man had 10 title defenses. He tied Muhammad Ali for title defenses. What can you really tell him if what he's doing is working? He said that during interviews. I promise you. He said that during interviews. That's something that you could find for sure. Ralph says when Wilder knocked Fury down in the third fight, had Fury had been lighter, that punch could have done some more damage to Fury. Yeah, the big reason why Fury was able to absorb them shots from Deontay Wilder is because of how heavy he was. You know what I mean? For sure. It seems like the heavier you are, the bigger your punch resistance is, or so it seems. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that would have been a lighter individual. He probably would have. Yeah, he probably wouldn't have gotten up for sure. He barely got up at the weight he was at, especially in that second fight when he got knocked. No, that first fight when he got knocked down towards the end of the fight, um, he barely got up from there. A lot of people, including myself, thought that he didn't beat the count. You know what I mean? So yeah, in the locker room is crazy, but I've heard him say that before. When Wilder weighed in at 236 for the third Fury fight, was that the hardest hitting version of Deontay? Not at all, because I think a big part of Deontay Wilder's power is his speed. You could tell that with with Wilder putting on that extra muscle on him, you could tell it took away from some of his snap. You know what I mean? His explosiveness. It took away from some of his speed. So I mean, Wilder's right hand is always going to be Wilder's right hand, but when you lose that speed behind that punch, you know what I'm saying? It takes away from it. You know what I mean? He's a big puncher, so wherever if it connect, it's going to do damage. But when you don't really have that speed like you're supposed to on it, it takes some away for sure. It takes some away. I think when, like I said, when Deontay Wilder's around the 210, the 215, the 218 area, I think that's when he's the most dangerous. You know what I mean? I think that's when he's the most dangerous. That's just my personal opinion. Um, for sure, for sure, for sure. But it's some great fights going on this weekend, man. I'm looking forward to see how Dimitri Bivol looks against London Arthur. You know what I mean? I heard London Arthur got some good boxing skills, so that should be an intriguing fight. And Bivol has also stated that the Saudis are interested in having a undisputed fight between him and Arthur Beterbiev. Them Saudis coming in, they putting their money up, man, and they making some great fights happen. You know what I mean? A lot of these media outlets gonna have to travel out to Saudi for a lot of these big boxing fights, man. I'm telling you that right now. Cause it seems like they putting their money up for all the big fights to happen. You know what I'm saying? Anonymous said, I can't wait to see what Malik Scott has added to his work with Zordo. Got me excited. I'm surprised Zordo went that route. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought Zordo was gonna stick with his people and get like a Mexican trainer. When I seen that Malik Scott was working with Zordo, I was like, kind of caught me off guard. I wonder what made Zordo go to Malik Scott. Maybe he felt like he needed a black trainer to teach him the black style. You know what I mean? Maybe he felt like he needed to add a different layer to his game. Who knows? But that was shocking when I heard that. I was like, how you would never think that Zordo will go to Malik Scott. You think he would go to like he would go to Robert Garcia or maybe what the hell is his name, man? Let's say like Nacho Beristain or the dude that used to train Andy Ruiz, man. That Andy Ruiz left him after the Joshua fight. Robles. Robles. You would have thought he would have went in that direction. You know what I'm saying? But that's shocking. Evander Holyfield once said, whatever era you put Wilder in, he's always going to be a problem. Bro, he punches. He's one of the biggest punches in boxing history, man. He has probably has the strongest right hand in boxing history. And if it ain't the strongest, then it's definitely one of them. So if you punch it like Deontay Wilder, you a threat to anybody. Because all it takes is one to put your lights out. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be a problem for anybody. You better hope you catch him before he catch you. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Devon Dawkins said, man, that Russian style with the in and out footwork is hella good, but you gotta have some rhythm with it. Yeah, But we seen European fighters that's been able to get that off successfully. Bivol was one of them. Bivol was one of them, and Lomachenko is one of them as well. Usyk is one of them. You know what I'm saying? They got great rhythm, pause, and they able to they able to get their style off well with that. Anonymous says, "Yeah, I was surprised when Zordo added Malik." So yeah, that was like um that's not something you would have predicted. You know what I'm saying? Remember Fury went to Detroit after the first Wilder fight? Yeah, he switched trainers right away because he felt like he needed to learn. He needed to go back to that Kronk stuff and really sit down on his punches and fully turn his punches over. Because at Kronk, they teach you how to punch through your targets. You know what I'm saying? They teach you how to punch through. They had some devastating punches at Kronk, and Emmanuel Stewart was able to teach these guys how to be legitimate punchers through technique. And being that Sugar Hill's his nephew, you know what I mean? They carry the same type of teachings. So it makes sense why he went over there. He felt like he needed to learn how to sit down on his punches more, turn his punches over so he could give Wilder something to look at. Pretty much, he went over there to learn how to bully the bully. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Raul said the WBC did Bivol wrong, wasted a year of his career over the war situation. They act like Bivol is one out here. Bro, I was been talking about that. I was been talking about that. I said, wow, they act like Bivol the one out here busting his gun. You know what I mean? And better bees, and they said nobody that's Russian is gonna be on the WBC rankings or anything like that. I'm like, bro, y'all WBC light heavyweight champion is from Russia. Oh well, he has a Canadian citizenship and he's been living there over a decade. So okay, I mean, I've been living in Philadelphia my whole life. Does that change the fact that I'm Puerto Rican? What are you talking about? How does that even make sense? So because he lives in Canada, you trying to say that he's not the typical Russian because he's from Canada, bro. He's a Russian fighter with a Canadian citizenship. You having a Canadian citizenship don't take away the fact that you're from a different country. You know what I mean? Like WBC is constantly contradicting themselves, man. They terrible for the sport. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The GOAT says, who's the fighter of the year? Terrence Crawford, hands down. You know what I mean? He had the most meaningful fighter this year, had the most dominant victory this year, and was the first man in the four belt era to be undisputed 2 times in 2 different weight classes. Terrence Crawford got that, man. I don't care if he only fought once this year. What he did was historical. You know what I mean? And anyway, he's looking to be doing that sometime this week. I think it's this weekend. I think he fights. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to be looking to follow Terrence Crawford lead, but I'm giving that to Terrence Crawford. I'm giving fighter of the year to Terrence Crawford for sure. Stop Motion said, Tank, my fighter of the year? What, from Ryan Garcia, bro? We knew what he was going to do to Ryan Garcia. A lot of people didn't know Crawford was going to do that to Spence, though. So that's who I got. You know what I mean? But we got 30 people in the building, man. Hit the like button, man. I appreciate you guys for coming in and tuning in with the mob. You know what I mean? With the nation. You know what I mean? And if you rock with the nation, man, hit the subscribe button, man. I got some merch dropping for the Mazuma Nation. I'm gonna put it up. I was supposed to put it up on my community board like 2 days ago. I never got around to it. On everything, I'm gonna post my Mazuma Nation logo. If y'all rocking with it, man, I'm gonna be putting that on hoodies, long sleeve shirts, t-shirts, not I used to do coffee mugs. I probably ain't gonna do that, but I got like die cut stickers and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be on the lookout for that, man. It's a dope design. As a matter of fact, I could probably pull it up right here. Let me see. Let me check right here real quick. Let me see if I could show y'all. Let me see something real quick. Hold on. Before I do that, though, WBC stands for We Be Crooks. That's a fact. James Toney said that shit years ago. The GOAT says, thoughts on Canelo not defending his titles against a natural 168-pounder. It's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? The fact that David Benavidez wasn't granted an opportunity before Jamel Charlo, who was a natural 154 pounder, is disgusting, man. You know what I mean? But that's just how Canelo move. He don't care what nobody talking about, and that's just what it is, bro. Ain't nothing we can really do about it, right? He said the king does what he wants. He literally said that the king does what he wants. So I mean, what can we really do about it? The only thing we can do is stop giving him our money. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing we can really do at this point in time. It is what it is. I mean, I ain't tripping about it. I'm not surprised. That's how Canelo been moving for a long time now. But let me see if I can show you guys my logo real quick. Let me see if I can show you. Let's see if it's on here. Yeah, it's actually right here. No, wait. That ain't it. Hold on. The edited version. Yeah, I got it right here. Let me share this with y'all real quick. So this is what I was going to show y'all. This is going to be the Mazuma Nation logo. Let me share my screen real quick. Hold on. This shit not letting me, y'all. Okay. It's me sharing my screen right here. This is what I was going to show you. Where is it? Yeah, this right here. So the gorilla right here with the belt. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was going. That's going to be the logo. I mean, that's going to be the logo right here. I probably got a little bit more editing to do, but that's what I'm thinking about as of right now, man. If y'all rock with it, let me know. I'm going to post it up on the community page. Y'all rock with it. Y'all don't rock with it. Y'all let me know. I could always come up with something else, but that's what we rocking with at this particular moment. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it is. And I make the logos entirely myself. You know what I mean? So, yep, that's what I'm doing. What's the word, Slime? What up? What up? What up? I was thinking yesterday, Boots really starting to look like one of them fighters from the 30s, 40s that all the champions and active contenders the weight class avoided. For example, Charlie Burley. It's looking like that, bro. It's looking like that. I mean, Davon Dawkins said, nice creativity. I appreciate that, homie. Thank you very much. You know what I mean? I come up with that. You know what I mean? I look for like inspiration on certain apps and things of that nature, and then I just go from there. And that's what I had came up with. I thought that was a pretty dope one. So yeah, that's what I'm rocking with at this present moment. Nice logo, bro. Appreciate that. Goat. Thank you. So I'll be putting that up on MazumaMerch.com, man. If y'all want to support the brand, feel free to get you, like I said, get you a hoodie, get you a crew neck, long sleeve, what have you, man. It's great quality too, you know what I'm saying? So y'all definitely gonna get y'all money's worth. And I'll put up a little promo code, you know what I mean, to get 10% off or free shipping or any of that. Who was the first email champion in boxing history? First time I ever heard of that was Devin Haney, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's the first time I heard of that. Then I think I seen Jamal Charlo became the email champ, Tim Zoo, now Jerron Ennis. I don't know if anybody was email champ before Devin. You said Jimmy Ellis? Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, I never heard of the email champ before Dev. Because Tiafimo was the first one that said that. He's like, oh, he's the email champ. He got the belt through email. So he was like clowning Dev, and then everybody started rocking with that, and they were just shitting on Dev from there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Joe Dirt says, "How you feel about Ryan and Devin fighting each other?" I spoke on that earlier. I said it's not the fight that I necessarily want to see right now because I'd rather see Devin fight Tank. You know what I'm saying? But I'll take the fight for the moment. You know what I mean? It's a great fight between both of these guys. I appreciate Ryan for getting his team to make him get another big fight. You know what I mean? Um, but I got Devin as the favorite. I think that he just got too much. I think he's just too skilled for Ryan, and I think Ryan shows certain qualities that Devin could take advantage of in terms of him being undisciplined. You know what I mean? Not listening to his corner, falling off, not remaining focused, not listen. Just you know what I mean? Just a lot of mental lapses that that man has. Like I remember during a press conference with Tank after he got knocked out by Tank, he was like, "Yeah, man, you know, I just got bored." I just got bored in the second round, so I just decided to push the face and come forward. Like what? What are you talking about, bro? Second round, you got bored at the second round? Like, bro, where's your focus at, bro? You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I think those little problems that he have, I think from the mental aspect and just the all around boxing aspect, I just think Devin Haney got him. I mean, that's just personally what I believe. Tim Tszyu versus Castano, book it. That's a great fight. That's a hell of a fight. That fight not going 12 rounds. I know that for sure. But I think Tim Tszyu got the size advantage. I think he'll punch on Castano. That's what I think. Anonymous says Dev gonna stop Ryan. Honestly, I ain't interested. Woo. Okay. He stopped Ryan. That'd be a statement. It's not the best fight, but a win over Ryan could get Devin more exposure and make the fight with Tank even bigger. That's a fact. And I was saying that too. I was saying that. I was like, yo, if I said I said that if Tank doesn't fight Devin right away, Devin is going to take a fight with Ryan Garcia, and it's going to make him an even bigger star. You know what I'm saying? I said every fight that Devin's going to take from now on, especially if it's a meaningful fight, is only going to make him a bigger star and a bigger star and more known, more popular. And if that's the case, then it's going to be a bigger split that um, Devin Haney going to be asking for. You know what I'm saying? I think that each fight from now on is going to really help his case in being the A side against Gervonta Davis. At this point in time, is he the A side against Gervonta? No, he's not. But let's say he goes and he fights Ryan Garcia, right? He beats him. Then he goes and he fights Rolly Romero, beats him. Then let's say he goes to Teofimo, beats him. Now it's starting to look like Dev is starting to become this superstar. He's starting to become more popular. Yeah, yeah. I agree with you, Ralph, 100%. The more exposure he gets, the less money Tank is going to be able to take from that table. So I think he should really take advantage of this moment right now and try to get every dollar he can because the more fights and wins Devin Haney racks up, the bigger star he's going to be, and the more he'll be able to, the more money he'll be able to negotiate for himself. Davon Dawkins, this is gonna be my last question before I get up out of here, y'all. He says, I'll probably answer like one or two more. Larg versus Danny Garcia. Who you got if they fight? Well, I know exactly why Danny Garcia is deciding to fight Erislandy Lara or is pressed on fighting Erislandy Lara. As Erislandy Lara has gotten older, he has become more flat-footed and has been using his legs less. You know what I mean? And just been sitting down, loading up on his punches. And Lara has shown that when he sits down on his punches, he's a big puncher. Like the way he did Spike O'Sullivan, that was crazy. You know what I mean? The way he did Thomas Lamana, that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So Danny Garcia, seeing Erislandy Lara being more flat-footed now, and Danny being a natural counter puncher, he sees somebody who's not a moving target as somebody that he may possibly knock out or clip. You know what I'm saying? So he may feel like he got a chance against Erislandy Lara, but in all honesty, I think that Erislandy Lara's reach, the overall size advantage he's going to have over Danny Garcia, and just the overall ring intelligence, you put that together, man, I think that he'll outpoint Danny Garcia. That's what I think. You know what I mean? That's just what I think. Jordan Scherer says, I got bored equals. I couldn't establish a jab, so I got drawn into being reckless just to try and land significant shots. Or Jordan, it could be I got bored could mean that I didn't know I was I was what you could say is when I heard Ryan Garcia say I got bored, to me it was like him saying, we were boxing. It was a chess match that I couldn't really figure out. I got confused. I didn't really know what to do. So I just decided to push the pace in a reckless way. And in the process, I got clipped. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it. I got bored is I didn't have what it take to outbox the man. So I decided to go down a totally separate route. You know what I mean? Just go for the gusto. You know what I mean? But you on point with that one, my brother. I couldn't establish a jab, so I got drawn into being reckless just to try to land significant shots. He probably was confused, like, bro, what the like, bro, this is not what I do. Like, what's going on? Shout out to Lorenzo with a $2 super chat. He said, "What's up, nation? Yo, what's going on, y'all? What's going on, Lorenzo? I hope everything's well with you and your family, man." I saw some YouTubers say, "Dev, what stop Ryan? What's your thoughts?" I mean, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible, bro. There's several ways that you can get knocked out. You get knocked out. You get a TKO from a cut. You get a TKO from accumulation of punishment, doctor stoppage. Um, it could be a lot of different ways. You know what I mean? It's possible. I wouldn't sleep on the possibility of Devin stopping Ryan at all. So Ryan Garcia is so one-dimensional. That's a fact. Who's got worse talking skills, B-Hop, T.O., or Dubois? B-Hop could talk. He just be talking about a whole bunch of nothing. T.O. could talk. He just be talking a whole bunch of nothing. Dubois, he can't talk at all. So I'm going to go with Daniel Dubois. Both of them, B-Hop and T.O., are able to speak. They just don't be speaking about anything of substance. So they got talking skills. Now, what they decide to talk about be absolutely meaningless. But Daniel Dubois, he can't talk at all. He was like, "Big baby, yo, big baby. Every baby has a daddy. And I'm going to beat you like I'm your daddy Saturday night." And I was like, pause. What your big goofy ass talking about? Even Gerald Miller was like, Gerald Miller even got quiet. He always running his mouth. He's like, who taught this nigga his nursery rhymes? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was so confusing to me. And like people were in the crowd trying to amp it up, like, oh, like, bro, that's not funny. That's like low-key cringe, bro. Like, what is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Will Crawford knock Earl Spence out quicker in the rematch? Maybe not. It depends on what weight it's at. But considering the fact that he took a lot of damage in that Crawford fight, it's possible. He probably took a lot of damage as to where he's not going to be able to absorb punishment like he used to. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if it's at 154, maybe he won't get knocked out quicker. But I still see him getting his ass handed to him. That's just what I personally think. I think I've seen everything I needed to see in that first fight, and I don't think anything will change in the second one. You know what I mean? And I'm a big Earl Spence fan. I just think stylistically, it just don't play out in his favor. There's some people that you fight 10 times and they'll beat you all 10 times. I think that's the type of situation that is. You know what I'm saying? But he should have said, "My goodness." That's a fact. Yeah, I remember an article where Tio was like, he about to do a worldwide takeover from Africa to Italy. Yeah, like, what does that even mean? That's worldwide? From Africa to Italy, that's worldwide? Bro, he's an idiot, bro. Teofimo's an idiot. I remember he said something. I remember he said something during a press conference with Josh Taylor. He was like, he said, "Yeah, so I'm gonna do that because I'm doing this because without this you can't do that. And when you do all of that and you put that together, then it manifests. And once it manifests, then like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? You are an idiot, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't know. I could tell nobody in his crib telling him to shut the fuck up. Cause I know if I'm talking like that, my mom gonna look right over at me like, yo, what your dumb ass talking about? You know what I'm saying? You could tell that people in his crib just be letting him rock. They're like, yeah, okay, T, okay, lil, okay, T.O., whatever you say, baby. That boy Teofimo be speaking in cursive. Don't nobody understand what the hell he be talking about, bro. But I'm gonna get up out of here, man. You know what I mean? I've been on here for an hour 20. You know what I mean? I need to start getting ready to take my ass to sleep and all that good stuff. So I hope everybody has a blessed, beautiful night. You know what I mean? I'll be back with a video in the morning. You know what I mean? And I'll be back on live tomorrow night as well. Maybe, maybe not. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to y'all, but I'm gonna definitely catch up on my rest and all that good stuff. So, like I said, I hope everybody has a blessed night. You know what I mean? Slime, it's all good, homie. You fan. Don't even worry about it. You know what I mean? Definitely got some good talking on today. Shout out to Stop Motion, Lorenzo, Goat, Slime, um, Syph Bud. I think that's how you say your name. If I don't, I'm sorry. Dabrowski, AJ. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that's in the comment section. You know what I mean? Shout out to Chris for the constant super chats, man. And shout out to my boy Lorenzo for the super chat as well. It is very much appreciated. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Catch up on my Z's. Like I said, man, I'll be back in the morning with another video. If y'all enjoy the content, man, hit the like button. You know what I mean? Hit the like button on your way out. And of course, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit the option all so you'll know every time I go live and post a video, man. But until then, I hope everybody has a beautiful night. I'm out of here, man. Peace.